Ever since we've had the referendum, we've had the EU bullying us and goading us and basically saying that all we need, all we can block you, etc., all the threats, all the fines, etc. But enough is enough, and I think Boris Johnson needs to just walk away. Twice in the last century, and a foreign state has tried to blockade Britain, has tried to starve us into submission, into surrender. That was the First World War and the Second World War, with the German U-boat campaign. And this does have resemblance today, because the EU might be threatening to actually say, "Oh, you won't be allowed, you won't be able to sell your goods here. You can't sell your goods here," and we'll put extra taxes on the of the stuff you import from the EU. Well, I think obviously that would obviously cause prices of EU goods to rise, and don't forget, consumer is king. And obviously, so this is what the German car manufacturers are really scared about, with what the Brussels champagne socialist idiots in Orwellian tower want to do. Because if they want to actually put extra taxes on EU goods coming into Britain, then obviously the average shopper in Britain will obviously see the price rises and will obviously shop elsewhere or for different products of the same type. So, for example, if the German manufacturing industry, if they're forced to put prices up on their cars coming into the UK, well, we can buy South Korean cars, we can buy Japanese cars, American cars. We don't have to buy EU cars at all. I mean, we don't even have to buy food from the EU whatsoever. We've got a commonwealth of countries where we can buy food from. So the EU won't be like Nazis and starve us into submission by putting massive price rises on food to punish us for no deal. Then we can actually stuff the EU food industry. I mean, like I said before, I mean, think how much billions of pounds of damage it would do to the French economy if the British public boycotted EU wine. And think about it. Think how many tons of French wine is sold each year in British supermarkets. French, Italian, Spanish. And obviously, if the British can drink US wine barefoot, they can drink Australian wine, they can drink New Zealand wine, they can drink South African wine, they don't have to drink EU made wine at all. We don't even have to buy EU food either. I mean, they say, oh, they're threatening us. I mean, have a vibrant cheese industry in the UK. So, like I say, I mean, think how much French cheese is eating in Britain, and Dutch cheese is eating in Britain. And if the consumers chose to boycott EU-made cheese, for example, EU-made food, then obviously the EU would be scuffed, to be crippled. The EU need us more than we need them, and that is actually very true. I mean, I could easily walk out here and just buy non-EU wine, non-EU food. It's simple. I mean, from outside the EU, you can buy. I mean, like I say, the parts of computers, etc. China, for example, I think the manufacturing should be moved to India. I believe that we have absolutely nothing to fear from a no-deal Brexit. And obviously like Noel Edmonds and deal or no deal, if the question was posed to Boris Johnson sitting there on that chair with that box in front of him, and the question was posed by Noel Edmonds, deal or no deal, Boris Johnson should say no deal. Because I believe that this country has absolutely nothing to fear whatsoever. And to remind the EU that the consumer is king. And the consumer does have power to actually cripple businesses that they don't like. If the British public boycotted German-made cars, the German car industry would practically nearly grind to a halt. Just if British consumers chose to boycott French-made wine, the French wine industry would lose billions of pounds a year in revenue. So it's just common sense. And I think no deal would be best for Britain because they've tried to bully us, fine us, threaten us. Enough is enough. And the British public have had enough. They just want to get this over and done with. They want the economy to get growing again after this horrific coronavirus case. And also they just want to get back to normal. They want to get back at control of Britain, control of our borders, control of our fishing. And the EU is shitting themselves because they know that we are actually. They know that we'll do very well outside the EU, and they know that other EU countries will be like, look at Britain, it's actually moving ahead of the game, far ahead of us economically. We want to get out as well. I think that will probably be the case. We look at Italy. There's rumblings of an Italian exit just around the corner. Just starting up as an Italian exit movement. So like Italy will probably leave the EU within 5 years. So that's another state gone. The Danes and the Dutch will probably follow as well.